Hello, I have Selena and Abby here with me to introduce a few new geometry terms. And maybe this is review for you. Maybe you had this in lower L or you've had this lesson from me before, but it's always good to practice even if we've had the lesson before. I want to start with this triangle right here. I know that this is a triangle because it has 1, 2, 3 sides, and it has 1, 2, 3 angles. Now, this triangle is from the metal inset material, the green and red material that looks like this. And so I just pulled this one out so that we could look at it, and we'll look at the other ones in just a minute. Now, I pulled out another triangle right here, and I know that this is a triangle because it has 1, 2, 3 sides and 1, 2, 3 angles. Now, I want to show you something really special about these triangles. Watch this. When I place them together, they match. They're the same from both sides. I can show it this way, and I can show it this way. These two triangles are the same shape and the same size. Same shape, same size. We have a special word for two shapes or two objects that are the same shape and the same size. We call them congruent. And congruent comes to us from the Latin congruere, which means to come together, just like we showed that. They come together, they agree, or they correspond. Those are the three Latin parts to that Latin word. So you can see they're the same. They came together, they agreed, and they corresponded with each other. So these two shapes, these two triangles are congruent. Let's look at some of our other divided material and see what else we can find that is congruent. Our triangles back. Oh, there we go. Okay, Selena, can you pick one of our pieces? Ooh, she picked this small rectangle. And we're looking for something that's congruent to her shape. Abby, what does congruent mean?
Same shape, same size.
Same shape, same size. Can you find us the same shape, same size? Okay, they think that these two match. Let's see if they come together. If they're the same, they are the same shape, same size, they are congruent. Congruent. Okay, Abby, you pick one this time. Abby picked this small triangle. Selena, can you find something congruent to Abby's small triangle?
I want to try something different.
I need you to find something that's congruent to this one. Selena has this one. She set it down and it looks different, but when we pick them up and put them together, they match. Same shape, same size, congruent. Now, while we have this material set up and we're learning about this new word or our review word, congruent, I'm going to bring the whiteboard back over, and I want to label it and draw the special symbol that tells mathematicians that it's congruent. We have this triangle and this triangle, and they are congruent. I need a little more room. Okay. They are congruent, and remember that comes from the Latin congruere. I'm just going to put a cursive L to show you that it's Latin. And that means to come together. Or they're the same. Okay, so congruent comes from the Latin congruere, to come together. Now I'm going to move these over a little bit, and I'm not going to trace them with my marker. I'm just going to go around the outside so you can see this. So they're not going to be exactly perfect, but we're doing the best we can. If you were doing this with a material yourself, or if you're doing this at home and you're tracing two congruent figures, trace them right around the edge so that you can see them perfectly. I'm going to move them out of the way. So these two triangles are congruent, and mathematicians love their special language of symbols. Just like when we write in the alphabet symbols, mathematicians have symbols too. And instead of having to write out congruent every time they mean it, they make a symbol like this. It looks like an equal sign, but with a little squiggle on top. This symbol means congruent. We could draw other figures, like when the girls Selena picked out the rectangle, and Abby found the congruent shape was a rectangle. Just like that. So it could be anything. Look at this. It could be any shape you want that you find that's congruent. It just has to be the same shape, same size. I'm going to, we grab the eraser. I'm going to erase these little symbols at the bottom and write that definition for you. So when you are doing your follow-up, you can just write what I write right here on the whiteboard, or I'll show you a picture that you can do just like that as well. So these are same shape and same size. That is the definition of congruent. Figures that have the same shape and the same size. I would like to show you what your follow-up could look like. This is a picture of, this is my follow-up from when I did this lesson. It's hard to show you. I will take a picture and post it with this video. So there I wrote the name and the symbol, and there's my Latin, my root. And then there I cut out two pieces using a same shape, same size, congruent figure. And then I drew some. And I wrote, these quadrilaterals are congruent. And I wrote, these triangles are congruent. And then down here's my definition. Let's see if I can get it on the screen. I don't know how. There it is. Congruent shapes are same. It's really hard to show that one. There it is. Congruent shapes are same shape, same size. I will have a picture of this posted for you. And this is what I want your follow-up to look like. Your new word, your new vocabulary, the new symbol, the picture to show what it is we're talking about, and your definition at the bottom. You're going to set your math journal and your geometry work up the same way I did in a journal, and so that all of your work stays together and that it stays beautiful and tidy. I hope that you enjoyed learning something new or reviewing something you've done before with our congruent studies. Remember, congruent figures are
Same shape, same size.
same shape, same size. See you next time.